Big changes are quietly rolling out across the publishing world, and if you're not paying attention, you could miss them. Amazon just cracked open the KDP Select wall to include public libraries. KDP also added accessibility requirements during ebook uploads. Meanwhile, Bookvault is suspending 2 US shipping options, and a major AI lawsuit could reveal if your book was scraped without permission. Plus, a new lifetime deal from the makers of Booksprout might be the smartest tool for tracking your author income. All that and more in the self-publishing news for September the 2nd, 2025. Let's go ahead and jump right on into things. This episode is sponsored by 2 massive updates from yours truly. First up, the Kickstarter campaign is live for the final 3 books in the Self-Publishing with Dale series. These are full rewrites of my original Amazon self-publisher trilogy, completely rebuilt for today's publishing world. Think gold foil hardcovers, sprayed edges, bonus resources, exclusive coaching spots, and for the first time ever, the complete 12-book series and matching premium editions. But here's the kicker. We're sitting at just 60 followers, and our goal is 1,000 before launch day. That notify me button is everything. If my videos or books have helped you, now's the perfect time to jump in. Hit that notify me on launch button now at dalelinks.com/Kickstarter. Now, second, my newest release, Email Marketing for Authors, is officially live. If you've been stuck on building an email list, or you're just tired of hearing that email is essential without knowing where to start, this book is your shortcut. It breaks down everything so you can stop avoiding your list and start building it the right way. And hey, the ebook is only 99 cents for the first week. Snag it now before the price jumps to $4.99 at dalelinks.com/emailbook. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into some of the things. This past week was a very interesting in news. I wasn't able to share this because it came after my normal news cycle. Amazon just made a massive quiet shift to their KDP Select program, and most authors still don't know about it. Now, for the first time ever, if your ebook is enrolled in KDP Select, you can now distribute it to public libraries. That includes platforms like Overdrive and Hoopla. You still keep your Kindle Unlimited readers. You stay exclusive to Amazon for sales, but you gain access to the whole new audience in the libraries. Now, this isn't being rolled out loudly. No dashboard updates, no terms of service changes, just a quiet confirmation from the KDP team to myself. But it's real, and it's a huge deal. One catch: Amazon isn't doing the distribution for you. You'll need to use the right channels like Drafted Digital or PublishDrive, and be careful to avoid distributors that don't allow you to exclude certain retailers like Ingram Spark. Now, if you mess that up, you risk violating your Select agreement. Still, this is a welcome shift that cracks the exclusivity wall just a bit, and it could be the start of even bigger changes down the road. You want to get a deeper dive into this, go and check out the link inside my show notes to see the video where I go all out. I share everything we need to know about what is going on, and it is pretty interesting. And yeah, I do understand some people's reluctance, because there's some people out there that are like, Dale doesn't say the terms of service, it's not changed, no one's notified me. And I've been told by the higher ups over at KDP that this is official. It is what it is. It's a soft launch of some information. So if you don't want to use it, that's fine. I totally get it. All right, we're not done talking about KDP, because this past weekend, I discovered that there is a new feature here. So KDP just added a brand new accessibility section during the ebook publishing process, and if you blink, you just might miss it. Now, while uploading my latest book, I noticed a quiet update at the end of Step 2, a new accessibility feature box asking whether your images include alt text or extended descriptions. This feature now shows up on the product detail page, giving readers transparency about how accessible your ebook is. This comes on the heels of some similar changes from platforms like PublishDrive, likely driven by the upcoming EU regulations requiring greater accessibility across all digital content. And now it looks like Amazon is following suit. KDP's help page outlines best practices to make your ebook accessible to readers with visual impairments or reading disabilities, including, here are some of the ones here, so bear with me, using proper headings and list structures, avoiding images of tables or text, adding meaningful alt text to images, ensuring good contrast ratios and self-describing links, using MathML for equations. Now, this is more than a box to check here, folks. Accessibility isn't just good practice. It can expand your reach, especially to readers using screen readers or assistive text. So whether you're wide or exclusive, it's worth reviewing your formatting tools and alt text habits going forward. All right, speaking of going forward, as if we didn't share enough already, Bookvault. Oh, goodness, this is not good news. If you're using Bookvault to fulfill direct orders in the US, take note some shipping options are going away. Starting on August the 29th of 2025, the US government will remove the de minimis threshold, which previously allowed low-value imports to enter without custom delays. Since books already have zero import fees, your readers in the US won't face new charges. But there's a catch. Always a catch, right? Due to this regulatory change, Bookvault is suspending both its untracked and standard tracked services for U.S. shipments. That leaves only two options for now: Consolidated Services and FedEx. At this time, no new fees are being added, but Bookvault has warned that future shipping costs may increase as import logistics become more complicated. If you rely on print on demand for U.S. orders, this is something to watch closely. Moving a little further forward, the fine folks over at Kindlepreneur, if you've published a book, there's a real chance it was used without your permission to train an AI model. Kindlepreneur just published a monster breakdown of the Bartz versus Anthropic lawsuit, which accuses the creators of Claude AI of scraping millions of copyrighted books from pirate sites like Library Genesis. This case could set the precedent for how AI companies handle licensed content and author compensation. Judge Alsup already ruled that training on pirated books is not fair use, and the trial begins on December 1st of 2025. A full list of affected books is expected to be released by September 1st, so if your title's on that list, you'll get official notice what to do next. It's a landmark moment for authors' rights in the AI era, and Kindlepreneur's guide makes it easier to follow than a court docket. Highly recommend giving it a read. The link is in the show notes as per usual. Fine folks over Ingram Spark just put out a very interesting article. Ingram Spark recently posted the list of top 10 book marketing mistakes self-published authors make, and it's packed with solid insights. Now, I've talked about some of these before, but a few hit especially close to home. For instance, mistake number 5, ignoring email marketing. Now, you're probably thinking this is my time to go ahead and promote my latest book, but it's not. Although, okay, yes it is. You already know I just launched email marketing for authors for this exact reason. Too many authors rely on social media or retailer algorithms that they don't own, while ignoring the one tool that actually sells books. If you're not building a list, you're leaving money and reader relationships on the table. Now, mistake number 8, amateur covers. Readers absolutely judge books by their covers. If your design doesn't signal your genre or quality, you're sabotaging your sales from the start. Hire a pro, get feedback, test it. And let me tap into one more of the 10 here. Mistake number 9, one and done marketing. Your launch week is not the end. It's the start. If you stop marketing after week 1, your book dies. Plain and simple. You need evergreen content, recurring promos, and a long game mindset. This post is so worth reading, especially if your book has stalled. And if you're making any of these mistakes, you're not alone. Good news, they're all fixable. All right, the big exciting news coming from the fine folks over Booksprout. This is really cool. Big news from them. If you've followed me for a while, you know I'm already a fan of Booksprout. I've used their platform to get ARC readers and reviews for years. Actually, it's probably been a little over a year. Yeah, about a year and a half by now. Who's counting? Now, if you're not familiar, Booksprout helps authors connect with early reviewers to boost launch visibility. Now they've launched something new, Authorbase. Now, it is a clean, intuitive dashboard that tracks your sales and read-through and revenue across all marketplaces. It's built just for authors and avoids all the clutter you find in generic business software. Now, you can tag your titles, filter reports, enter manual sales, and get smart insights on what's working and what isn't, all in one interface. And yes, it is made by the same team behind Booksprout, so you know it's designed with authors in mind. Here's the best part. They just released a lifetime deal. One payment and you're in for life. You don't have to worry about a subscription at that point. But licenses are limited, and once they're gone, that is it. And I have no word on how many that is. Now, if you want to grab the lifetime deal like plan to, the plan that I want to get is the lifetime deal. So go over to dailylinks.com/authorbase LTD, or if you just want to look at it, test it out first with a monthly or yearly plan, go on over to my affiliate link at dalelinks.com/authorbase. Now, I haven't done a full hands-on yet, but I trust this team. Once I've had a chance to dig into their software, I'll share my unfiltered thoughts on this podcast. Moving a little further forward from the fine folks over at ProseWrite. You've heard me talk about ProseWrite before. It's like voice dictation on steroids. You can record directly into the platform or upload your own audio, then choose an AI editor to shape your raw thoughts into a clean manuscript. Well, things just got better. ProseWrite just rolled out some serious upgrades. This includes all editing personas have been refined to stop over-editing or removing your voice. 2, a new temperature slider lets you control how bold or subtle the edits are. 3, every persona now works with NSFW content or not safe for work content. 4, not happy with a section? Hit reroll for a fresh take. And 5, here's the kicker. Every plan is now 50% cheaper, even a la carte editing hours. If you've used ProseWrite before, now's the time to jump back in. If you're new, it's never been easier to get a polished draft straight from your voice. Check it out at dalelinks.com/ProseWrite. All right, got a couple miscellaneous items here. Very first thing up, I just wrapped another conversation with my friend Maddie Dalrymple on the Indy Author Podcast, episode 302. We dug into how I use AI as a business coach and consultant and productivity coach, and even an accountability partner. From task planning to email drafting to contract review, AI helps me stay focused, organized, and creative. Catch the full episode today on the Indie Author Podcast, link in the show notes. Also, I sat down with my friend Sylvia Hubbard, and she's the co-host of my podcast here lately, for a powerful conversation on the Ally podcast. Not on ours, but on the Ally podcast, about how authors can tap into libraries for income and visibility. Sylvia breaks down how she lands events, gets into circulation, and builds real partnerships with librarians. This is a must listen if you've been sleeping on library outreach. Check it out on the Self-Publishing with Ally podcast. I'm joining my good friend Jim at Drafted Digital for Self-Publishing Insiders this Thursday, September 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Daytime, and kind of fired up. We'll be talking about my new book, Email Marketing for Authors, Why Your Mailing List Matters More Than Ever, and how I'm bringing my next big project to life through Kickstarter. This will be my only live stream for a while, so if you've missed my live streams, don't skip this one. Catch us on D2D's YouTube channel and come hang out live. Love to see you there. And don't forget, the final 3 books in my Self-Publishing with Dale series are headed to Kickstarter. These are full rewrites of my original bestsellers, rebuilt for today's publishing world. Now, we're shooting for 1,000 followers. Help me get there by visiting dalelinks.com/Kickstarter and clicking the notifications button. And if you've ever struggled with email marketing, grab my latest release, Email Marketing for Authors. While it's 99 cents on ebook, it's live now at dalelinks.com/emailbook. That's all I have for the self-publishing news for this week. What do you think about some of the items we covered? Did I miss anything? Let me know in my Discord community. If you head on over to dalelinks.com/Discord, you can come on in there, join. It's completely free. Why would you skip out on it? We can chat every day. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you next week. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my channel members for both the podcast channel and the main channel. Without your support, some projects we do at Self-Publishing with Dale would be much harder to fund. If you want to contribute to the cause, visit dalelinks.com/memberships for details and get your on-screen shout out at the end of each broadcast. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you soon.